So what we're going to do with our units of measurement is we're going to do something called dimensional analysis, okay, which is a big fancy term. You may have called it unit conversion in the past. You're going to take inches and change it to feet. You're going to take centimeters and change it to kilometers, whatever, okay? To do this, we're going to use what are called conversion factors. Well, a good question to ask is, what's a conversion factor? Okay, conversion factor is just a ratio equal to 1. All right. Now, remember, any number divided by itself is equal to 1. So, if we take 12 inches and divide it by 1 foot, what's that equal to? It's equal to 1. Okay? So, if we take 3.2 feet and multiply it by that, we haven't changed the number. All we've changed is the unit. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking at. All right, we're going to be using conversion factors to change units. Okay, now, in order to do this, it's all about the units. All right, what you have to do is the units must always cancel to give you the desired units that you want. Now, sometimes it takes more than one step to do that. Okay, but the units must always cancel. All right, and the tool that we are going to use to perform dimensional analysis looks like that. And we refer to this tool as a dooflachi. Yeah, okay. Now, don't go telling your college professors when you go to college that he needs to do a dooflachi, because he will have no idea what you're talking about, okay? Because I made the word up, all right? But that's what we're going to call it, okay? So if we take 165 meters and we want to convert that to yards, okay, what you have to do is you have to set it up. Consider this like a fraction bar, this line, okay? So what you have to do is you have to put the same unit on the top and bottom of the line so that that unit cancels out. Well, what do you have left? You have yards on top of the line, which is what you're trying to get, okay? So, always, always, always make sure that your units cancel out to get the units that you want. Then, once you have your units in the right place, you put your numbers into it, okay? So, from the previous video, we know that 1.094 yards is 1 meter. Okay, so we put our numbers in, 1.094 yards, 1 meter. Okay, then all we got to do is multiply everything on the top. Doesn't matter how many steps there are. Okay, you're going to multiply everything on the top, and you're going to divide by everything on the bottom. Okay, and then because you don't want to crash any satellites, you're going to put units on your answer. Okay, and so when you do that, you're going to get 181 yards. But wait a minute, 165 times 1.094 doesn't equal exactly 181. That's true, but you've only got 3 significant digits to work with. Oh my gosh, see how that's happening? Okay, got to pay attention to significant digits, got to pay attention to units. All right, so if we're going to do this, all right, 43.8 pounds, and we're going to convert that to kilograms, okay? Using these numbers down here, okay, what you're going to put in? Well, again, put in your units. Pounds here, you need pounds to cancel, right? So you're going to put pounds on the bottom. Now, don't worry about this spot down here. We'll think about that later. Okay, for right now, don't worry about putting anything in that spot. All right, so we're going to put pounds down here so it cancels. And then what are we trying to convert to? Well, we're trying to convert to kilograms. Okay, put kilograms there. All right, and then 2.205. Oh, wait, no, wait, got that backwards. See, careful. Okay, what's the conversion between pounds and kilograms? It's 2.205 pounds per 1 kilogram. Careful, careful, careful. Always put the number with the correct unit. See, even I almost missed it. That would be bad. Okay, so 2.205 pounds per 1 kilogram. All right, and then multiply across the top, divide by the bottom. Okay, now back to this one for 1 second, real quick. There's more than one way to do these problems. Okay, what you could have done, you could have gone pounds to grams and then grams to kilograms. Okay, it's about 454 grams in a pound, and there's 1,000 grams in a kilogram. Guess what? Multiply it and divide that out, and you got exactly the same number. Okay, so there's more than one way to do these conversions. Okay, don't get hung up on just doing it one way. Now, metric units. Metric units work the same, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a way that you don't have to convert and find out how many millimeters are in a kilometer in order to do it. Okay, it's a little bit different. Feels a little bit weird when you start, but I promise it will actually speed things up and make things easier. Okay, but it only works when you're converting metric units, when you're converting meters to kilometers or whatever. Okay, so when you're doing metric prefixes, if it's the same unit, just a different prefix, that's when you got metric to metric conversion. When you do that, what you're going to do is you're still going to put your units in. Okay, if we're going to convert 165 millimeters to hectometers, again, put your units in, millimeters here, hectometers there, right? So millimeters cancels, leaves you with hectometers, all right? Now, here's where the difference comes in. Again, you don't have to do this. You can find out how many millimeters are in a hectometer. That's fine. It's an extra step that you don't have to do. All right. So, what we are going to do is we're going to take the value of hecto. Okay. If you look on that table, the value for hecto is 10 to the second or 100. But what we're going to do is we're not going to put that value here. We're going to put that value down here. Okay, now the value for milli. Oh, there's 1,000 millimeters in a meter. That's true, but that's not the value for milli. The value for milli is 1/1000th, 10 to the minus third, right? So that is going to go up here. Okay, again, you don't have to do this, but it really does take out a step and make it easier. Okay, but it only works if you're just changing the prefix. Okay, so you end up with that, and then when you multiply and divide that, you get 0.0165 hectometers. All right, this really does work. All right, because if you're converting meters to kilometers or liters to kiloliters or whatever, okay, you're converting that. Meter is your base, so it has a value of 1. Kilo has a value of 1,000. Well, there's 1,000 meters in a kilometer. You know that, but this shows you that that conversion works every single time. Okay. So that's simple conversions. Okay. We're going to get a little bit more complex with this a little bit later, but that's your basic conversion. That's your basic one-step conversion.